ジョナサン、それじゃあ BCP 内を案内しようか。いいのか？いいんだよ。お前を一人にする方が心配だ。びっくりするぞ。
So does this mean this game is canonically kind of, sort of in the Metal Gear universe? Because they just outright referenced Foxhound and Zanzibar Land. What the fuck? Hey, okay, we can talk. Meryl, yeah, what is it? Why don't you tell me about yourself? That's a surprise, no one's ever said that to me before. Not in person, anyway. I'm mainly into bikes and combat. I like men, but not in that way. Of course, ever since I came here, half of me's disappeared. You can't ride bikes on the colony? Well, you can, but only electric ones. They don't let you import gas engine models. A bike's nothing without the speed. You wouldn't be much without the combat either, huh? Sorry, I'm not good at small talk. Okay, we'll pass. So you were in the military on home. Why'd you join? Everyone in my family was in the military. I guess that's why. I think they kind of hoped I would. Why'd you move to Beyond? I was in the special forces on home, but the way the world's regions were stabilizing and whatnot meant we weren't needed as much. There was no excitement in that. I was dying to see some real action. Then the government started using more and more frozeners. They ended up getting all the work. That's when I thought I'd try it here. I passed all the checks no problem, but Beyond's the same story. All these bug-eyed albino freaks, excuse me. Just my luck, huh? What's it like working here? Advice? Pretty boring. Catching Johns and prostitutes with undercover stings, basic patrols of the colony, that kind of stuff. What do you mean boring? There's this big area for prostitution in the center of the colony called Kabuki Quarter. Tourists from home like to go there for zero-gravity sex. We arrest them, they get out on bail, it's an endless cycle. I don't like it there because I get SAS since I'm a terrestrial. Why is it called Kabuki Quarter? There was this red light district in late 20th century Japan known as Kabukicho. There was an explosion in the number of cases of STBO in Japan back then. Kabukicho was hit particularly hard, so our friends packed up and moved things here. There were rumors Tokugawa helped fund the place as a gesture towards his employees. Nope. Fuck Dave. He's got a hamburger and glasses. You look like a mellow guy, total opposite of most cops I've known. All my life everyone's told me all I do is ever smile, bugged my teachers. Dave thinks he looks cool like this. So what's he got to say to look at Meryl? You're really tall. You must get a lot of looks. Not really, I'm only 6 foot. I was one of the smaller ones in the military. Okay, well that's it. Can I look at her knife? That's quite a knife. It's a Nishio combat knife. It's for protection. I've carried one ever since I was in the military. No one would ever go after you. Let's talk to Dave then. Dave, yeah. Why'd you become a cop? Well, as you know, I was born here on Beyond. I've never been outside the cylinder. I became a cop because I thought I could get a transfer to home. It takes time for Beyonds to obtain an immigration visa. Sometimes years. It's not easy either, with all the checks they do. You're lucky, Jonathan. I'm a pretty ordinary guy. My interests aren't that different from most anybody else's. What are your hobbies? I guess my favorite thing to do is building kits with a box of Maximum burgers next to me. The PVC you get here is made in zero gravity, so you don't get any air bubbles or warping or bumps. Everything comes out real nice. They're better built and cheaper than the models you find at home. Do you like scale models? I'm into sci-fi monsters, like the ones you see in the old tokusatsu flicks. I guess you could call me a modeler. I thought all guys like to do this stuff, don't they? When I was a kid, Beyond was a safe place. That's why I decided to become a cop. Figured it wouldn't be a dangerous job. I had no idea. Sorry to hear that. Then all the dirtbags started showing up. Our job is to get rid of as many of these dirtbags as we can. I don't know why I can't talk. I figured Lorraine was right. Ever since AP started up, we don't do any of the dangerous work like drug busts that normal vice units do. It's more or less basic callers for us. Alright. Let's move to the lobby.
ここが BCP の正面玄関のロビーだ。大きさを無視すれば、ホームの警察と大差はないはずだ。整然としすぎてるがな。
Check out forensics. Whoa. Hey, buddy.
ドクトル先生。
わしはビクトルじゃ。いつになったらちゃんと呼んでくれるんじゃ。
諦めた方がいい。エドは物覚えが悪いんだ。
誰じゃねその人は。
ジョナサン、紹介するよ。 BCP の鑑識を担当しているビクトル・ユルゲンス先生だ。
よろしく。ジョナサン・イングラムだ。 OLA で探偵をしている。
ほう、あんたがあの有名なイングラム飛行士？え若い頃あんたの火星有人飛行の中継をワクワクして見ていたよ。そうか、戻ってきたんじゃな、あんたのホームに。
These bug guys are freaking me out. Guess we can talk to him. There's blood on your clothes. I should think so. I've had this going on since my first autopsy. What the fuck? I've seen the blood of every single body I've looked at over the years. Or seen the blood. Guess you could say part of their souls too. Okay, doctor. What is it? Are you a terrestrial? You'd have to be at your age, wouldn't you? I was born in Moscow, back when socialists ran the country. That picture back there was taken around the time I was born. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, I went to America to study forensic medicine and later become a medical examiner. I've done autopsies on over 30,000 bodies throughout my career. Jesus. In my 40s, I became interested in studying bodies in space and came here. You should see the bodies you get in zero gravity. The decomposition stages are freaky stuff. Oop. Let's look at that photo. Where's this? It's Russia, the old Soviet Union, I should say. That's where I'm from. Been about 50 years since the last time I was there. Okay. Why did you become a forensic pathologist? Doctors deal with the living. There's always the possibility they'll screw up and kill the guy. You can't kill someone if they're already dead, can you? Forensic medicine is less stressful than regular medicine, wouldn't you say? My area of expertise is medical examinations, but with my aid, I can perform most other analysis too. AP has its own science unit, so we're on a short string budget here. It's just me and Gorby. The further computer analysis progresses, the less use there is for people like me. What's that AID thing you were talking about? AID is short for Auto Analysis Identification Device. It's an AI gadget for doing analysis. It's got a number of sensors like a spectrograph, a gas chromatograph, and a geotechnical sounder. Make it yourself? Huh, are you kidding? I wouldn't even know where to start. AID and its analysis programs were created by somebody on home. This is AID next to me. He's a big help around here. He's a whiz when it comes to analysis. Doesn't make for much company, though. I'm actually here looking for a missing person. Supposing he's already dead, how possible would it be to transport his body outside the colony? You could never take a body outside of beyond single-handed. They've got a pretty tight security system in place. It'd be easier to transport them out while they're still alive and kill them somewhere else. They're becoming stricter and stricter about space debris every year. What about getting rid of a body inside the colony? Say the person had been dead for several weeks. Not reeks. Burning it would attract too much attention. Dumping it underwater wouldn't work either. They detect the gases released during decomposition. Well, it's kind of crude, but burying it might be the best way. The colony has several meters of soil in the surface areas to help protect against cosmic rays. You wouldn't smell it if you buried it at least 20 to 30 centimeters down. Alright. Let's go to the AP room.
そうだ、ビクトル。調べてもらいたいものがあるんだ。
Or we'll talk to him about this.
お、どれ見せてみ。
これなんだが。
Capsules in the leaf? Yep. Capsules in a leaf? Can you do it? I can never turn down a request from one of the Policenauts, could I? Don't tell anyone about them, okay, Doctor? Give me a little time. Shouldn't take too long. Thanks, Victor. No problem. I'll get started right away.
後で寄ってくれ。分析結果を教えよ。
じゃあ先生、ここが BCP を支える AP 隊員の部屋だ。時代の最先端を行く主力部署だ。
Guys, you look pretty state of the art.
が AP の隊長であり、この BCP の本部長でもあるゲイツ・ベッカーだ。
ああ、ロビーで話を聞いた。ゲイツか。偉くなったもんだ。
30年ぶりだろう、ジョナサン。あいつも変わった。さあ、紹介しよ
う。Let's go say hi. Whoa.
ゲイツ。
Beard.
久しぶりだな。
ジョナサン・イングラム。ジョナサンじゃないか。いつこっちへ。
ゲイツ、 BCP 本部長だって。
The big
出
boss.
世だな。
Eh.
おめでとう。嬉しいよ。
みんなのおかげだ。私一人の力ではない。ジョナサン、あの事故の件は残念だった。あの鉛筆事故がなければ君がこの椅子に座っていたかもしれん。
その話はやめてくれ。
ま、同じポリスノーツとして大歓迎するよ。どうだ、観光はまだか？
いや、観光で来たわけじゃない。
で、どうした？
実は
ジョナサン。
人を探している。名前は北条健三。ビヨンドの徳川製薬社員だ。
徳川。
3週間前にこのビヨンドから姿を消した。捜査を依頼に来た彼のワイフは地球で殺された。
穏やかではないな。本部長、私はジョナサン、徳川が絡んでいるとなればことは単純では済まない。悪いが BCP として公には協力できん。その代わり江戸を使ってくれていい。徳川に何かあれば最終的には我々が乗り出す。江戸、北条の捜査に全面的に協力してやってくれ。ただし内密にな。わかりました。
恩に着る、ゲイツ。
ジョナサン、歓迎はするが派手にはせんでくれよ。約束してくれ。
分かった。迷惑はかけない。
しかし久しぶりだな、まったく。
I guess it really helps to know the chief and, you know, be former buddies with him, and you can get away with shit like this. Your face hasn't changed that much, Gates. Yes, I suppose I've been luckier than some. Hey, Gates. Go ahead. What happened to the others? Tokugawa resigned from BCP 20 years ago to head up the Tokugawa group. Salvatore quit, I suppose 10 years or so ago, and apparently went back home. We've all gone our separate ways. The day you left us will probably be the last time we're ever together. The Policenauts eventually evolved into the proper police force we have today. AP do most of the work here now. They're a mobile police unit. BCP is better equipped to do its job with the introduction of AP. Traditional cops have had to more or less shift duties. AP were created to be a new breed of space police designed around the special set of conditions you have on a colony. BCP, as it existed before, was simply unequipped to deal with space's unique environment. That's why we started using EMPS as well. The biggest mistake the Policenauts made was carrying over a police system from home to the colony. This isn't home, it's a space colony in the middle of nowhere. AP have given us a start in transforming our entire force into one fully adapted to beyond. We recruit AP members from government frozeners. It's dangerous work. Having family or friends is only a burden. That's why that was one of the lessons of your accident. On top of that, they only use sperm-carrying genes well suited to a space's environment when they fertilize frozener eggs. In other words, they select the fathers from past astronauts, meaning we could be responsible for some of these guys. The possibility is there. You could say frozeners are literally the sons of us astronauts. That seems barbaric in a way. AP also carry out a number of missions in zero-gravity areas. In order to prevent calcium loss and weightlessness, they have hybrid artificial bones, joints, and auditory ossicles. Therefore, they don't need to worry about the effects of extended work there. They're indispensable around here. In addition to their normal police duties, AP also use EMPS to perform rescue operations inside the colony. We conduct recognized peaceful operations outside the colony as well, in accordance with the agreements of the rescue of astronauts, the return of astronauts, and the return of objects launched into outer space. We have to tread carefully around this, however. UNCOPUOS are always breathing down our necks. We could end up with an international incident on our hands if we're not careful. EMPS are a type of mechanical suit used both inside and outside the colony, born from a cooperation between Tokugawa Heavy Industries and ourselves. They employ a bilateral master-slave manipulator which allows for 7 degrees of freedom just like the human body. The technology is a product of Tokugawa Heavy Industries' research on master-slave manipulators. That Yuri you had your accident in is a far cry from their performance and reliability. Why don't they just turn them into robots while they're at it? The visual sensors in today's robots take 1 full second longer than the human to process data. A second can make all the difference in the world out here. teleexistence is a more feasible option. You can mean controlling EMPS by remote. We wouldn't have to worry about exposure to cosmic rays that way either. Mind you, we still have problems such as communications, interference, and time lag to overcome first.